I got this new haircut, man. Well, it's not really
Looks
new.
good,
It's
dude.
something I already had before. I just got it touched up a little bit, you
Just a
know.
touch up on your Peaky Blinders cut when you go for the UK next week,
Exactly. I need a film.
bro.
I know. The first minute, I'm bringing out old school racism. Nice.
That's real, dude. That's real.
100%.
That's even before the O word. Anyway, so
Hey,
uh,
see, that's why I chose Celestial because it sounds fancier, but it is still racist.
it is still very racist.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody. It's the 9 to 5 boys. What are you drinking on there tonight, sir?
805, baby.
Oh snap! I've got myself a La Paloma.
Ooh, baby. Okay, a little bit of the Central Coast, a little bit of Mexico.
Exactly, dude. Yeah, I've got a bunch of tequila reposado in my cabinet of
Which
liquor.
brand?
Well, I've got like Jose Cuervo. I've got Tesoros. I think is the brand for the distillery, whatever.
El Tesoro.
El Tesoro. Thank you. I've got that bottle.
Yeah.
I've got a Casamigos bottle.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, so I've got like three. Well, the Jose Cuervo is like half full, and then I got like
Yeah.
2 full bottles of the other stuff. So I figured like I'll go through it. So like I got some lime juice this week. I got some pink grapefruit soda. Um, mixing it up. I also apparently have a huge ant problem, and I finally found the source of it. So like for the last few weeks, I've had like ants here and there, and like it's not been in an extreme sets. It's
Yeah.
only in extreme sets like at a time, right? There's like
Yeah.
maybe like a whole army of them like near the recycling or something, and I've like at first thought it's like, oh, I'm just like letting food sit there and be rotten and they're gonna eat at it, but no, it's not. That's not just the cause of it. It's like apparently I was like today I like spent so long just hunting them down and like getting rid of all of them and spraying them down and covering the scent of their tracks because I don't want them bringing their friends after they're dead.
Yeah.
But then it turns out there's like a huge hole in my windowsill. Not like a huge hole that like I could notice, but like a hole big enough for a bunch of ants to crawl out at once.
Yeah.
And so I had to like cover that up with masking tape. I gotta like text my property manager to get the landlord on that because the landlord's a very hands-on guy. He's a very nice guy. Really appreciate. Shout out Bill. Shout out to Bill.
Bill, he's a fucking real one.
Bill's a real one. He's chill. He's like 80 and still doing all the repairs himself.
Holy shit, that man is committed. I respect that.
He's old school, and I respect that and appreciate it. So I just gotta text my property manager to then contact Bill and
Yeah.
get him on the job and see if we can mask that up. And that's just not my night because like now I have to get like a new food cabinet because I have this really old one from my older roommate, my very first roommate, and he lived in a very old house with like he had a bunch of old stuff. Like he had a microwave from the 70s
Oh,
that you
yeah,
had like
yeah.
you had to like twist the dial and stuff to like get it to go, which like is cool and novel.
Yeah.
And I mean he's like if it ain't broke, it's like well still use it. So
Yeah.
but now one of the legs on the fucking thing broke, and so I have to like lean it against the wall, and I'm sure that's a fine solution. But I'm gonna have to shop for a new food cabinet this weekend because I don't want to have to.
Yeah, you gotta protect that relic from the 70s, man.
Yeah, no, seriously. But
Yeah. No, I was there when he cooked us. What was it? Like fish and chips? Is that what it was?
maybe, dude, I don't remember. We were like,
And I
yeah,
think we
you
were
crashing
drinking
there,
805 that night, too. I couldn't remember.
yeah, we were crashing there that night. Yeah, we had like 805s or something, and
Yeah.
we were chilling. Those were the days, dude. Those are simpler times.
My memory works in the weirdest fucking ways, man. Like, there's some things I just can't remember for the life of me. Like, breakfast, literally yesterday, I can't remember what I had. But, like, I can remember an offhand conversation about, like, the cars with one of our, like, friends in this area. And I'm like, oh, shit, yeah, he's a huge fan of the cars. And then we literally get him a t-shirt, and they're like, oh, my God, you remember that conversation? What? No way!
That's
Yeah.
nice, man. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I'm pretty sure he must have been drinking a cider when we had you over that night.
Yeah.
We did do fish and chips. They were in the oven though. I do remember that.
Yeah. And you were right. He does insist on trying out ciders, but honestly, he does have great taste in ciders, so I ain't mad. That's actually
Well,
fucking
no,
awesome.
he took me to the cidery.
Yeah.
Shout out Aaron. So he
Yeah.
took me to the cidery in Tacoma, Washington, and so that's like 45 minutes outside of Seattle for anyone who like is unaware. But he took me to the cidery out there, because he lives in Washington, and so
Yeah.
we checked it out, man, and it was really cool. They have like really good flavors. It's called Locust Cider.
Yeah.
If any viewers get a chance, Locust Cider, check it out.
Yeah. And it was because of him I watched one of the silliest movies I've ever seen in my life, but it's definitely up there as one of my favorite Simon Pegg movies. I think it's called Absolutely Anything. And basically, he gets the power to, like, wish for anything. Like, he just says whatever he wants, he waves his hand, and it happens. And it is mayhem galore. It's fucking fantastic.
That's rad, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Kate Beckinsale, I think, plays the love interest, and then Rob Riggle plays, like, the douchebag that tries to get the love interest and tries to fuck over Simon Pegg.
This movie?
That's crazy. Yeah, no, they turn him into a fucking corgi. It's great.
Yeah. That's rad. What's your week been like, man? What you been up to this last week?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've just been doing some light day drinking and watching Law and Order. I have really not been doing much outside of like getting some chores done. So yeah.
You don't work that much though this week, do you? Do you not work?
I really don't, and I have been debating whether or not to get like a second job just to get some like stable income because I feel like it's spending more than I'm actually making. But
I see. Yeah, that's hard.
It also sucks because we have like a tight knit team at my job, so like if someone calls out, I feel like I'm the guy that's like the first to go to replace them because my schedule's so fucking open. So, and honestly, I tried juggling 2 jobs when I worked at a grocery store while in the process of getting this one. So just the thought of getting 2 jobs also like sucks. So.
Yeah, but like if you could work like just part time at the other job, so like 3 days a week, it wouldn't have to be that much.
Yeah, or if I could just move on up in the company and actually like get like a more stable position with maybe better pay, and then then I'd be happy, I'd be satisfied. But
you should ask. You should ask if there's more opportunities to like to move around within the company and work in some other area, dude. Because I think that'd be like really cool, man. And like you don't get it unless you ask for it,
No, that is true. That is true. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that, but. Yeah, no, my week has just been, like, pretty dull outside of, like, doing some minor chores. And then I did play some D&D with some friends. That was quite nice. So, yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, and that campaign is going well. I have evolved my character into now a monk cleric.
Nice. A monk cleric.
Just a juxtaposition because monks are specialized in unarmored movement, so they have a much better armor class because of their upbringing. But clerics rely on using scale mail or chain mail and stuff like that to actually protect themselves. So it's interesting. So it's an interesting juxtaposition.
Totally. Is there like a lot of complexities with the pluses and minuses, or?
Not a whole lot. If you don't include the armor, which I don't because my character started off as a monk, so of course he's going to be better in unarmored movement than with armor. So the cleric class only really gives me like proficiencies in I believe religion, and then also like magic from making a pact with a divine being. So
dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's basically being like super ultra religious, and then your god actually answers you, and it's like, yeah, you know what, fuck it, yeah, I'll give you a fraction of my power, and you can use that. So
that is kind of like what it is. Yeah. Clerics are a nutty class, man. I might do that because like I don't know if I've ever played a cleric. I've played a bard. I've played a fighter in one campaign.
Yeah.
Now I play a barbarian. I would probably, because I'm trying to get a D&D game set up with some other folks, because they really want to play. They've never done it before.
Yeah.
So, like, we should get a game. I should be, like, the cleric. I think that'd be the best. That'd be fun.
If you want to do a great multi-class, if you ever consider multi-classing cleric, the best one, I am told, is cleric wizard multi-class.
Cleric wizard. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because wizards are not tanks. They literally get fucking smited off the face of the earth from like exerting themselves too hard. They have such low HP and armor defense. But
totally, it works with that. Yeah.
If you start off as cleric and then have like decent intelligence that can multi-class into wizard, that's your best bet because you already have the armor defense from the cleric class and as well as some start off spells. But if you multi-class into wizard, you get way more spells with your intelligence, and it's honestly like just so beneficial for you if you love playing a spellcaster but don't want to get immediately fucking killed in the battlefield.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense. They'd like
Yeah.
They complement each other well, you know? Yeah.
Exactly. But if you do run pure cleric, it's not bad either because, granted, the level progression in spells is pretty fucking low compared to other classes, but you do start off with some pretty good spells, honestly, like even in first level. Like, I think you get inflict wounds at first level, which is interesting because it basically causes necrotic damage once you cast a spell.
Yeah, it's like, that's a really metal spell to use.
Yeah, I literally made a fighter cleric and based him off of Cliff Burton of Metallica. Rest in peace.
R.I.P. the boy.
R.I.P. the boy. One of the greatest bass players of all time. One of the most recognized bass players in a metal band, which is that is very fucking hard to do because bass gets immediately drowned out anyways.
Bass is like, dude, I have a friend of mine who played bass for a metal band, and like, he was going crazy on it, dude. The way, the pacing, the timing you have to keep up with is crazy.
Honestly, I would say though that the bass player from Dream Theater is fucking fantastic, but still, Cliff Burton, he's the boy. He is my go-to for like a great bass player. And yeah, no, I made a fighter cleric based off of him, and I automatically gave him inflict wounds as his, one of his major spells, which that's pretty fucking metal.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Because literally you just cast it, and you cast it on a weapon, so when you make a hit with that weapon, it causes additional damage, which is the necrotic damage.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's like Shillelagh, but like way over the top.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, no, D&D's been fun, and I think I have an idea of how to play with this whole cleric class into my character very well. I'm going to turn him into basically Iron Fist.
Iron Fist, hell yeah. Nice.
Yeah, because his god is Ilmater, basically the closest thing in D&D to Jesus Christ himself.
Mm-hmm.
And so his markings of showing his presence is usually either like white doves or white goat, or in the colors of red or gray. So I'm going to make this character that I have his hands glow red when he's channeling his divine magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, much like the Iron Fist.
Much like the Iron Fist, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's going to be rad. But yeah, I do plan on seeing the Trolls movies before we go see the newest one when I'm up in the Bay with you.
Yeah, you gotta catch up. So like me and my girl, my girl loves that series, and like it's fun. It's a fun campy movie to watch. And the animation's actually like really crisp. It's like really impressive. I
have no doubt. It's a DreamWorks picture, isn't it?
It's a DreamWorks joint. Yeah, I think it's like I think the first one's better than the second one. But the second one's like more world building, which is cool. So it's pretty dope. Well,
that's the curse of a sequel. Like, you have to have like exactly what made the first one so good, but then do something a little different, so that way it surprises people. That way it's not too repetitive.
The first one's like a more cohesive story.
Yeah.
But the second one's dope. But yeah, so like we got an 8:30 showing for that. I figure that should be fine. I realize we have to like up early that Friday. So the 9 to 5 boys are actually going to the UK. For the Thanksgiving holiday. We might have mentioned this, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we have to meet at one of our buddies' place at 8:30, drive up to the airport, take an early flight. It's like an afternoon flight. It's like noon. And then fly out there for 16 hours, and then we'll be out there for the week. Then we fly back that following Saturday. It'll be a good time, man. I'm looking forward to it.
I think so, honestly.
Relax, time off of work, dude.
It's gonna be nice drinking nothing but tea and English ale, honestly. So
tea and ale, man. That's all I need.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm not fucking drinking coffee or any caffeine. Like, I'm gonna try and wean myself off caffeine just before like the actual trip happens. That way, it's not like a total system shock to me. Because I'm a fucking dysfunctional wage cuck type. So like, I drink enough caffeine to kill a fucking horse.
Absolutely, dude. Me too. Yeah, I drink a lot of caffeine. I started getting back into Red Bulls, which like maybe isn't like a great idea, but whatever.
I'm the king of bad habits. I just try to like better myself here and there, and if I just keep it consistently, that'd be nice. But
yeah, I do.
I will say though, it's been pretty fun watching Law and Order reruns, and then like you see like famous actors you've seen in like other projects, and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, I
mean, it's literally had everyone on the show, like Samuel Jackson at some point.
On Law and Order, that's sick, dude. Yeah. It's
and he plays a defense attorney too, so that's even funnier.
Oh, that's rad.
Yeah.
It's funny you speak of that because me and my girl just kind of started haphazardly watching like the first season of Criminal Minds, dude, and oh my
Oh,
god, the pilot
nice.
episode I've never seen it,
Yeah.
but it's like way different than the rest of the show normally is. But it's cool. It was, and it's nice to see where it started.
No, it starts out strong, and that's the thing too. It really sets the tone of the series. Like they are hunting serial killers. Like it is not happy-go-lucky at all. It is very dead serious and like
There's
gritty.
like some crazy killers, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, first season's cool. I think I got into it. It started in 2005.
Yeah.
I got into it about 6 or 7 years later, so that would be like
Yeah.
probably like season 7 or something. I
Yeah.
bet if I had to approximate. But yeah,
Yeah, I don't know how many seasons they have. It's definitely under the amount of Supernatural. Supernatural, I think, has ran.
they had like 20 or something.
Yeah, Supernatural has run way too long for its course, and that's, I mean, because the thing about great TV shows is that you have to like know when to cut it off before it gets too convoluted
Convoluted.
or inconsistent sometimes in the writing. That's the thing.
Yeah, totally. It's a lot of tonal changes, and that's definitely happened with Supernatural. Not so much Criminal Minds, but it has been a long run, and I know some of the later seasons they were just kind of running out of ideas, and they were making it all too
Yeah.
personable. It's like how TV is, because like you kind of have to, and like it's I don't know.
I will say, season 16 of Criminal Minds was pretty damn good. It was surprising, actually. It was on a completely different service than what it usually aired on, but it started off with a bang, and it actually had some very consistent writing and build up on where it was going, and it was great. It was
Hmm.
fantastic. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool, sweet.
It felt almost like the movie Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood. A little bit like that, because you see like these actors, they look like they're kind of burned out and at the end of their rope. The characters, not the actual actors themselves. So,
Hmm.
but it's just physically, they look like they've done this job for too long and they want to stop at some point, but they can't because
Totally, yeah.
their mindset prevents them. But yeah, it's going on 17 seasons, that show, Criminal Minds.
God damn, dude, that's
And then Supernatural.
they've had 20 or 21 seasons. I think it's been, dude. It's been like definitely
Yeah.
that much up there.
Oh my god. Okay, Criminal Minds has actually been running longer than Supernatural. Supernatural ended at season 15.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How
That's
many seasons is
crazy.
Criminal Minds in?
It's on 17 seasons.
Oh, wow.
They're 2 seasons ahead of Supernatural. I don't know why. Supernatural feels like it's been on a lot longer than it should have been. That's weird.
Well, no, that is longer than it should have been, dude. There's some of those seasons I've heard aren't as good. I think I just
Yeah.
started watching it. I got to like season 3, and it's not that they're bad. I just fell off the show because life goes on, and I'm always busy. I can never consume very much content.
Well, it's kind of smart that yeah, same honestly. Even though I have more days off, it just feels like the motivation to actually like start some of this content is, hard.
I started Gen V, which was sick, and
Oh
then
yes, I did finish that, and that was quite exciting.
I have not even. I only got the first episode, but like it was amazing. And then I just started season 2 of Invincible.
Oh, they just came out with season two. Oh,
They just dropped it. It's they're dropping it week by week too, so it's like it's a weekly basis of episodes,
oh god
which I think
damn
is a
it!
great way to do television because like it keeps you wanting to watch. It keeps the conversation going. You can like
Yeah.
talk to your coworkers for like weeks on end instead of
Oh
like you binge it in a weekend and talk to them like for the week about it and then forget about it.
yeah, which that is a yeah. That's the one thing Netflix kind of fucked up on, the fact that you can binge watch an entire season of Stranger Things as soon as it drops.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, so there's no waiting or anything.
that's how I
Which
felt
like
with trying to actually go through the season because it felt longer because the episodes were longer.
what they were like, dude. The season finale was like it was 2 episodes. The second part was like 2 episodes, and it was each like an hour and a half long. It was like
That's a
crazy.
full length fucking movie. Like I felt like
That's a
watching
3 part movie.
Dracula.
You felt like watching what?
No, I felt like I was watching Dracula. You know that 3-part miniseries on
Oh,
Netflix.
the BBC series. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That one was
Yeah,
sick. Which yeah, those were long episodes. The
yeah,
first episode's like an hour and a half. It's like a little movie, dude.
yeah. And
Um,
honestly, like the second episode, I thought, oh man, I just saw the last voyage of the Demeter. This episode's got to be good. And honestly, I'd much rather watch the last voyage of the Demeter again. I'd rather watch that than that episode because Here's my gripe with the second episode of Dracula. It felt literally like an hour and a half long version of the end of Phantom Blood from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally vampire aboard a ship. Literally a aristocratic couple on the ship. Like, all the beats and notes are very similar to Phantom Blood, which actually kind of surprised me.
Yeah, it was not a great written episode, because, I mean, there was that one part with the lady, which was cool.
Yeah.
But, like, it just was it kind of bored me.
Yeah.
It was just too long.
Yeah, and that's just how it is. Yeah.
How was the last voyage of the Demeter, though? Because I wanted to see that in theaters. I never got around to it.
Oh, it's fantastic. I mentioned it in a previous episode, but it is a fantastic movie. It went a few different directions what I was expecting, but it was so well done. It was creepy. It had this like whole like almost like a murder mystery, like whodunit, but like, you know, the ship is just clueless on the fact that there's an actual supernatural monster on the ship. But and there's this crazy scene that takes place in daytime that just really shocks you to your core.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like
that's nuts.
Nothing is safe on that ship, like not even daytime.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know. No, it was a fantastic movie. I would 100% watch that again. Yeah, it was just really well done.
I need to figure out what streaming service it's on or what it's coming to. I should have seen it in theaters. I meant to do that. I also want to watch that. We started that movie, No Hard Feelings, with Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, how is that?
Well, we only got like about half an hour in, I think. And we weren't... It wasn't that we weren't feeling it. We just, like, got bored. We not got bored. We just changed subjects. But,
I feel that.
I think we were both tired.
Yeah.
So we were watching it, and it was half an hour in, and it's kind of... She's funny as hell, but it's nuts. I mean, the naked beach fight was, like, in the first, like, 20 minutes.
Damn.
And, like, it's just, like... Yeah, she's, like... It's full nudity. Crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah. No, I have that on my Netflix list, and I feel like I should watch that with our dad at some point, because I know he wanted to watch that.
Yep.
Nudity scene aside, I know that's awkward when you're watching a movie with your parents, but it's still gonna be funny regardless. So that's all I'm in.
I was enjoying it so far, and I wanted to see where it kept going. I thought it was really funny. They don't make comedy movies very much anymore.
No, yeah, and that is something that what was it, Adam Devine mentioned, right?
Yeah, he talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I think it's like this overall like state of either depression or nihilism, one of those two, maybe both, honestly. Yeah. Where more people are gravitating towards content that like is dark and a little heavy. So
yeah,
or real. Which honestly, if it's real, then it's like it's gonna be automatically dark and heavy. So
totally,
yeah. Although there might be a soft shift because there is a couple comedy things coming out. I think there's one with Aquafina where she's like in a game show or something similar to Jeopardy.
Oh, okay, cool.
I don't know if that's a movie or a TV show, but I mean, if it's a good comedy, then maybe we might be making the shift back towards comedy because we can certainly use some right about now.
We could, dude. We could use a laugh about stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff is crazy in the world.
Yeah, no, fucking Elon Musk just recently is selling unused Twitter handles for $50,000 a pop.
Huh?
Yes. Basically, there was a whole policy on Twitter where if you're inactive for more than 30 days, they lock your account. And so at a certain point, they deactivate it, and then he's selling the Twitter handles that currently exist, either from people who literally died and can't activate their accounts anymore because they're
Jesus,
dead, or accounts have been locked out, and they just recapture the Twitter handle. He's trying to make money off of his website by selling these Twitter handles for $50,000 each to anyone willing to pay for it. What's that?
There are people who are going to buy that, but...
Yeah, although I feel like the only ones in that kind of mindset as his, and with the weird kind of niche behavior like that, are probably NFT bros, and about half of them are blind right now, so yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because you heard about the whole, like, club blinding thing, right?
Oh, what happened?
Oh, a bunch of NFT bros that went to a festival celebrating NFTs, like specifically the Bored Ape Yacht Club.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, the vendors of the club, they bought what they thought was black lights, which is totally normal to have, like, in any circumstance, because they look cool and they have, like, this effect and whatnot.
Yeah.
They ended up buying UV lights by accident, which have the
Oh.
similar color spectrum. They pretty much are on point with each other, but UV lights are highly concentrated and mimic the energy of the sun. Like, you literally use that shit to grow weed. Like,
Oh, Jesus.
so
Oh,
they
my
had
God.
these lights strung up all over the place, and so basically, it's like being under a dozen suns in the dead of night, and they got second-degree burns and semi-permanent blindness, all of them.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
I know. It is insanely tragic, and I do genuinely feel bad for these people. And do you know what the worst part is about all this?
Mhm.
The reason why they're at this fucking event is because they bought a JPEG of a monkey for like $30,000. And now with their semi-permanent blindness, they can't even enjoy the fucking monkey they bought.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the tragic irony in all of this.
That's a horrible. Who's
Yeah.
going to be held responsible? Is the people who booked the person who was handling the lights, or like?
I think whoever was running the venue, honestly, because
Mhm.
that's atrocious. The fact that you could fuck up that bad and buy like lights that weren't supposed to be used in that manner.
Yeah. It's like Jesus, man.
It's like just do your due diligence. It's weird.
Yeah. Second degree burns. What does a second degree burn look like?
Second degree burn is just basically a nasty sunburn. Very, very nasty sunburn.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
Yeah, third degree is like you're exposed directly to fire, so like basically it hits the nerve endings, past the skin and shit.
Oh wow, Jesus.
Fourth degree is down all the way to the bone. Like it literally burns all the way through skin, muscle, tissue, and then straight to bone.
Oh God.
Those are very rare, but pretty fucking nasty once you get one.
Well, fourth degree are only occur usually when people die.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
burns,
So,
yeah.
but there is that brief moment before you die where you experience the worst pain imaginable
No,
because it's literally
absolutely.
going all the way to bone.
Yeah. It's skipping
Yeah,
through the nerve endings and burning off nerve endings.
yeah, yeah. It's it's horrible. The news cycle, it sucks, but the one saving grace we have out of all of this is that the company we work is now finally dead, which is great because fuck them.
Are they dead? Oh my God.
Yeah. For viewers out there, if you don't know who WeWork is, they are a company that specializes in renting offices and buildings as such, as well as equipment. But they prided themselves on being a tech company for whatever reason, and so they were
Mhm.
tricking investors with the idea that they are a tech company for more money,
Mhm.
even though they are not. And hopefully, in their mindset, hopefully they tried to pursue other ventures like starting their own daycare, really expanding on the company, when really they're all a bunch of jackasses, and their CEO is a weird son of a bitch, like they're like all these rich weirdos usually are.
Mhm.
Yeah, apparently he's been trying to make himself immortal.
Oh.
Yeah, and also known for like throwing all kinds of outrageous parties, like with hardcore drugs and champagne. So that's what I heard, anyways. That was the last thing I heard before the whole WeWork is dead.
And like having sex with like colleagues, right? Like.
I think so, yeah, which doesn't surprise me at all. Yeah,
Yeah, that's doesn't surprise me either.
bro,
It's
he walked so Sam Bankman-Fried can fucking run, bro.
I felt like it was John McAfee who like began this stuff and like allowed the template for like people getting crazy in the tech business, dude.
Although true, that is a good point, but I think he was a bit more private, honestly, because all this stuff kind of came out later, just shortly before he got arrested and then died.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and honestly, his was like kind of weird in a totally other direction. He was just kind of paying people, respectfully, to poop through a hammock onto him. So yeah.
I don't know what to say to that. That's
I
an
mean,
odd request. That's a very
it's a businessman-like transaction, okay? Like, if anything, I respect that more than like trying to have sex with your colleagues, which there probably is like a hierarchy structure with that. So that's like questionable at best in terms of
It's
consent.
like a door relationship. Yeah, that's not good, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's, and then there's the authority component, like you said. Like, if it's a manager hooking up with the line staff, it's like, really...
Yeah, because like people have been like fired and like blacklisted for like similar shit, just in like different varying positions. Like if you're a manager at like a supermarket or something and you get caught doing that, like you get fired and blacklisted immediately. But no, apparently if you're worth millions of dollars, you just kind of do that and get away with it. But I respect John McAfee for like paying people properly for them defecating on him. That's
respect.
It's weird. It's fucking weird.
A fair transaction, but
it is a fair transaction and respect.
A very odd one at that.
Yeah.
That's a crazy thing to through a hammock. Why through a hammock? What is the?
It's part of the kink. I don't know. I don't know what's going on through McAfee's mind.
Maybe it's like a reverse milking table and it's a shitting table instead. That's insane, dude. That's like weird, man. Not gonna lie, that's weird.
Yeah, that's facts, but I ain't gonna question it. The man lived his life to the fullest. More of his other things that he did is certainly illegal. He definitely probably did kill 2 people just because they kept writing complaints to the police department about like his obnoxious lifestyle.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he also stockpiled weapons and actually had hired mercenaries on his boat just to like keep him safe because he thought all kinds of governments, including the U.S. government, was after him.
I mean, in part they were.
Well, yeah, but not like that. They're not gonna send fucking, CIA death squads or something directly to his fucking boat. Like, no.
No, he was paranoid. He was paranoid as fuck, and that had part to do with the cocaine he was doing.
Well, and the bath salts. That certainly didn't help either.
Yeah, they didn't help, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he was a troubled man who designed a great security system for computers. So
yeah, he got lucky once, and then he milked it for the rest of his life. So yeah.
Well, he was able to. I mean, McAfee security, dude. My laptop always wants me to update that.
Yeah. No, he started a unique product, and honestly, it works. It works.
If it funds your drug-fueled
sex
crimes,
poop habits,
yeah, and sex kings, fuck it, dude. That's all we're looking for, man.
Drugs, crimes, and pooping through hammocks, man. Like, if anything, respect.
We are being pooped on through hammocks is what they're looking for, which is, again, a crazy request. Yeah. I just can't process that.
I know, it's fucking insane, but here we are. Yeah, no, and Linda Yaccarino from Twitter is handling the whole Elon doing whatever the fuck he wants, like, quite well, honestly. It's fantastic.
What is she doing?
Oh, she's just basically tweeting, like, just ridiculous responses, just trying to be, like, upbeat and positive, despite the fact that Twitter is crashing and burning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he owes so much money, and, like, you were saying this last week, is the banks don't want to pay him, right?
Well, it's because he basically borrowed money from the banks to actually acquire Twitter, and he hasn't been able to pay them back, obviously, because he's been bleeding money like crazy. Like, the fact that Twitter is not dead yet surprises me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but honestly, with the whole, like, selling Twitter handles now for $50,000 to whoever wants to buy them, that... I would say that might be the nail in the coffin for Twitter, but... I don't know. It's hard to tell.
They could get some more ridiculous shit coming through. It's like that's $50,000 a pop. That's like crying for help, dude.
Yeah, like that's.
There can't be that many Twitter handles, and like he's just trying to make like a quick million.
There can't be that many Twitter handles for sale, and there can't be that many people willing to buy said Twitter handles for that much money. Like, there's no fucking way.
There could be a good amount of people. There could be a good amount. There's a lot of Elon dick riders out there, dude.
I swear to God, like, if I got $50,000 right now, that could change a lot of my fucking problems, but...
You could buy a van and live by the river.
Exactly, but fucking dumbasses online want to spend that just to own a unique handle on a failing website. Like, that's fucking insane to me. Ugh! It's crazy. But it'll be fun to be forgetting about all that in the UK for, like, about a week, so that'd be nice.
Yeah, it'd be good to just get distracted.
Exactly.
I might not be checking any social media. I might be posting a little bit, but not checking any.
Oh, fuck that. I'm not going to be checking Instagram, Messenger, whatever, Facebook. None of that. None of that shit. Nah.
Digital break, that's smart, man.
Yeah.
It gets there's a lot of content, dude. It's hard to keep up with.
Yeah, especially when you're on vacation too. Like, if you're on vacation, why the fuck would you want to spend all that online? Like, fuck that.
Totally, yeah. You're in like a new place to explore. Like yeah.
Exactly. I'd rather just be going out, exploring. Oh, also, if we hit up a McDonald's, I actually have the McDonald's app, so I should be raking in all those fucking points.
You can do that. You're gonna go to the UK and go to McDonald's, yeah.
I heard the McDonald's there is so much better, and plus, honestly, like, with the exchange rate for U.S. dollars to pounds, like,
The Great British pounds, yeah.
cheaper for me to buy fucking McDonald's there than in the States, even with
Probably.
the deals.
Even with the deals, yeah, probably, dude.
Yeah, I literally used the deals just to knock down a $17 meal to like just under 10. So
there you go. That's good, man.
yeah, no, if I'm using that shit in the UK, I'm gonna be like eating McDonald's.
Why are you buying nearly $20 of McDonald's though?
Because it's literally 2 sandwiches and a small fries. That's literally what it was gonna be. But I had a deal where I get one of those sandwiches for free.
You can just get the number 7, dude. You can get like 2 cheeseburgers and a fry, dude, and a Coke.
I could do that, but that was not gonna fuel me. So
I feel you.
Yeah,
The 2 cheeseburgers are small.
I honestly debating just like getting 4 McDoubles instead, because that's usually my go-to and it's insanely cheap.
Mm.
I figured they're offering the deal for like a quarter pounder if I buy like a Big Mac or something, so I might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the 2 classics.
Totally.
Yeah. God, what else? One movie I feel like I definitely have to see before I head up to the Bay is definitely Interstellar, because I need to fucking see that movie. I love outer space.
Interstellar. I need to rewatch that one.
Yeah, because you were on.
I was on drugs when I was watching that.
Probably not a good idea. I mean, if you're watching maybe Across the Universe, maybe, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I've heard that's a good one to trip on. But no, I was way too high for that. I could have been just like a little high, but I got way too high.
See, that's the problem, because it's a Christopher Nolan movie, so you have to be attentive and think while watching the movie.
Yeah, Tenet I had to watch that twice to understand.
I don't think Tenet
to kind of understand.
I don't think Tenet I'm ever gonna understand, because the plot seems very convoluted, and the fucking sound mixing. God damn it! Like that's.
Sound mixing is bothersome. That movie, I was really surprised by that, because I'm like, Nolan, you usually do really well.
That's why I was worried about Oppenheimer, but thank God the sound mixing was actually bearable. Like, it was actually almost perfect.
It was amazing in that movie.
I just felt like Cillian Murphy's dialogue was a little like lower.
Stunted, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what? Is it just because he's throwing on the American accent? Is that why? There's no fucking way. That's why.
Could be, man. Maybe he just isn't. But British people are usually really good at the American accents.
Yeah, he had a great American accent when he plays Scarecrow, but granted, like, J. Robert Oppenheimer does sound like more gravelly, and it's probably because of the chain smoking, so there is that.
It's because it was the 40s, man. He smoked a bunch of cigs, dude.
I think he smoked more cigs than your average 40s man, okay? Like he was emo before emo was a thing, bro.
No, it's real.
Yeah, it's 100% real. Some of the memes that came out of that Barbenheimer shit was great. Like, there was one where it's like the split down the middle. One scene is like Barbie and one scene is Oppenheimer, but they're mashed together to look like the same body, the same figure. Someone posted a meme where it's like Jesse Pinkman and also Jesse Pinkman.
No, it's real.
Yeah, it's painfully real. God.
Dude, they're trying to do a movie called Barbenheimer about like a Barbie movie about a guy who invents a bomb, and it's like, I don't know why they're doing this.
The meme is already dead, people. Like, we've already experienced it. It's already come and passed.
The meme was fun while it was there.
Yeah. I will admit, one that I'm going to send to you tomorrow is actually based on an oldie but a goodie. It's the wizard pondering the orb, because that is a classic.
I love that one. That was funny as fuck. It's just like it's this fantasy art, and people just memeing that shit, and it's just funny as shit, dude. I love memes like that are so simple.
Yeah, like one version of it is like this typical like girl, laying half clothed in bed. It's like, he just nutted at me and he just went immediately to pondering his orb, and it's just the same fucking wizard in the background.
Exactly, dude.
Oh god.
That's how it be.
Or some of
If
the
you worry about
hornier
it.
like ones posted. It's like you got like this OnlyFans girl, like with fat fucking tits, like just sitting there with like a fake beard and a hood. It's like pondering my orbs. Yeah, shit like that.
Yep.
Simple meme, but it got the fucking point across. It was perfect.
It did.
Yeah.
Pondering the Orb's a good meme.
Oh, the fucking Kevin James one, where he's just chilling in the corner.
One he's in the Queen's kitchen, just like the shrugged.
Yeah, just looking like kind of like
like
adorkable. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Fucking, I don't know why that meme took off so well, but it just did.
It was really my favorite variation of that of one. I don't. It's of the knockers. It's really funny to me that they just like Photoshop that shit in there, and like it's still his fucking face that's just like being the shrugging, like fucking.
Oh
I don't
god.
know, man. That was a good meme. That was a good meme.
That was fantastic, and there was
Yeah.
this small, brief shift in that meme where it's Cam from Modern Family just looking all like adorable and quaint with a white background.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and there was some variations where it's like, me politely listening to the flight attendant, knowing that I'm their favorite passenger. Yeah, or some shit like that.
That one's real funny, man. It's a good.
Yeah. It was a good evolution, but once they started doing the fucking huge knockers version of that, so they were like, okay, stop with the horny shit, just go to a different meme now.
It did, and then they had other stock photo images of him doing that fucking face and other little faces. And it's just funny, man. It was a good simple meme. It was easy, made me laugh every time. It was fun.
Oh, one of the funniest fucking memes I run into was so it's an evolution on the testicular torsion meme relating with wizards. So viewers, it started off with basically wizards like being like so and so. It's like I cast testicular torsion. And basically, if you don't know what testicular torsion is, it's basically when one of your balls in the actual like sack gets like twisted up, so like the actual cord like turns into like a spring like cord. It gets twisted.
Oh, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, it hurts like a motherfucker. But like people were joking that wizards are casting spells literally called testicular torsion that do exactly that. And it evolved to the point where I found the funniest fucking version of that meme, where a wizard is fighting against another like wizard, I guess a sorcerer maybe, and the wizard's like, "Oh, you think you can hit me with testicular torsion now, can you? Have this then, mend butt crack." It's like
just blocking up the hole. Is that what that is?
Blocking out the entire butt crack. Yeah, there's no crack. Like there's just nothing but a slab of like
butt.
crackless meat.
It's just like one slab of ass.
Yeah, and the fucking sorcerer or wizard just hits them back with like, "No, I had the perfect ass." And then the wizard's like, try shitting out of there, chuckle nuts.
Oh my god, I hate doing it sometimes, dude. I can't right now, dude.
It's the funniest fucking thing. Hold on. For the viewers, I gotta see this shit. Like, I can pull up the exact fucking Instagram page that actually made this meme, too. It was so fucking good. Hold up. It was a little while back. Okay, so the Instagram page is Principality of Homosexuality, and it's one of their posts, and it's fucking hilarious. It is the funniest video I have seen in a long time, and it's just a classic, like, 80s or 70s looking photo of, like, two magic users fighting each other in, like, a D&D setting. It's so fucking great. Yeah, shout out to Principality of Homosexuality. That fucking Instagram page is so fucking good.
Memes for days, dude. It's,
that and God Dang It, Bobby. That is a great Instagram page as well.
Oh, God dang it, Bobby.
Because the literal profile photo is just like Bobby from King of the Hill, but he looks like Dr. Manhattan chilling on Mars. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the simple laughs. We all need to laugh. It's that's what I think like AI should be used for. Have you heard that new like Beatles song?
No, I have not actually.
It's not bad. So like it's mostly recordings from John Lennon. It's like demos, right,
Yeah.
of the song, or a demo maybe, and the rest is filled with AI. So it's like it's just to fill in the blank spaces they didn't have, and that's like kind of like what AI should be used for, and should only be used for like filling in stuff and not creating things.
Yeah,
And
hell no. It's
like
not
it should
smart enough
also
to
be
do that.
used for like the voice mimicking to make memes of like the president's playing like Minecraft or some shit. It's funny as hell, dude.
Yeah, no, that's true because again, AI is not creative enough to like generate its own like unique thing without assistance. Period. It
Without suggestion, without input, yeah.
exactly with like the helping hand of a creative human, like it can create some of the greatest works known to man, like literally SpongeBob characters singing various pop songs or whatnot, or not pop songs as in pop songs, like just popular songs you have heard throughout your life, like Alice in Chains. I'm trying to name a few others. Blanking, but you know what I mean. Like just famous songs you've definitely heard, famous songs of famous artists you've definitely heard before, but you need to hear them singing it because it's so fucking good. Yeah, but now because you mentioned the Beatles thing, I have to see that because I think I've seen that in my suggested feed, and I thought, oh, is this like another gimmick to try and like make some music off of some dead guys or something?
It's actually really sad. It's a
Oh,
sad song, dude.
damn. Well, now I have to listen to it
It's a
because
sad listen, but it's good.
yeah.
I think it's well done. It's just crazy to me that they're still popping off after 50 years of not doing, 60 years of not do, no 50 years of not doing shit.
It is true. Although, shout out to Ringo for like being so fucking chill of a human being. The man is like, I think he's over 80 years old now. I think
Both
he
him
is.
and Paul are like 80 for sure.
Yeah. Ringo Starr is a little over 80 years old by now, but he feels like he's in his early 60s because of how like chill and how like present he is and how active he is.
No, totally, man. Yeah.
I think it's the just good vibes and the weed that he smokes. It has to be those two combined.
Yeah, he's like. I also think he fried his brain with the LSD, man. He was not. He did not handle that well.
Yeah, it seems like any artist from the 60s should not have taken fucking LSD. Like.
Yeah, well now they're like kind of like still. Some of them are working out still, but
Yeah.
some
No,
of them can handle it.
it's good to know that the song actually has like some serious impact because like I don't know, just like hearing a song that actually truly honors the legacy of the Beatles, like, and that really touches like an emotional level of people is just very satisfying to hear. So I
It
definitely will
is.
give
It's
that a
cool.
listen. Yeah.
It's well done. It's
Yeah.
it's a worthwhile listen to. I haven't listened to it because I've just been doing my albums thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I forget how like culturally important the Beatles are. They're like pretty. They're huge. I mean, they were huge at their time. It's
Well, it's
crazy.
funny because the guy who gave me my haircut, Dre, he's a big fan of music. He literally has like punk and like metal artists like patches sewn onto his like apron for his work.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, so we started off talking about the Misfits because he's got one of the Misfits patches, and then we just started talking about music. And he said, "Yo, if you really like creative experimental styles, you gotta listen to Sleep Token. It's a metal band, but they have so many different influences and styles." And I'm like,
I might
okay,
have
okay.
heard them before. I might have. They're like a doom. They're like psy metal, right? Like
I think so. Yeah, I don't know what genre to put them in yet until I actually listen to them, but I think psy metal is probably the consistent genre that most people put them in. So yeah,
hmm
yeah. I mean, there's plenty of metal bands that I listen to where I'm like, it's kind of debatable on what actual genre they fit into. Like
hmm
Iron Maiden, I would say is somewhere between speed metal and power metal in terms of like the overall triumphant positivity they have in their music, like the good kind of feelings they have.
hmm
Whereas most metal bands I like to listen to is like they're pissed off at the world and they want to say something about it, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's why it's kind of hard to listen to like what is it? Paradise Lost, some of their albums, and still consider them doom metal because they still have that like heavy sound of doom metal, but
hmm
it doesn't nearly have the same consistent like cutting edge like commentary. You know what I mean?
No, totally. Yeah.
Yeah, which is why I think Metallica is my perfect wheelhouse because they have catchy tunes that have something bigger to say overall in every single one of their songs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Slipknot too, but like consistently their albums kind of vary. Like I think the wheelhouse for them is like similar with Metallica. Like their self-titled debut from 1999. That's a great album.
Mm-hmm.
Iowa is always a classic. Everyone always references Iowa. Then the Gray Chapter. I know that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I lean more towards Volume 3, The Preludes, and what was it? All Hope Is Gone. I do like those two albums.
All Hope Is Gone. That was a good one. I like
Yeah.
that one a lot, dude. That was a good record.
I think because of their unique heavy style, that is like the most consumable album for like general audiences. So yeah.
I think you're right. Their self-titled I wasn't really fond of, but I'm not really super big into like the screaming like metal type of shit.
Yeah, so then Iowa was not going to be your jam.
In
sure.
small doses, I can take it, but a whole record of that is like not my jam.
I can see that.
Instrumentation was great. Don't get me wrong; they're fantastic instrumentalists, but the vocals were not really my jive.
Well, it's kind of like how I feel with what is it, Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats album, The Night Creeper, because it's a fantastic album, but you have to have like a break in between, where like in between all this like power and like just chuggy kind of like sounds, you gotta have like some soft tracks in between to kind of like let you take a break for a moment from all that high energy.
Absolutely, yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, which I think what is it, Volume 3, The Preludes, and All Hope Is Gone does perfectly well, because they do actually have some breaking tracks that actually do bring you down from all that like high energy they got going on. So, but yeah, I think with that, I think we should wrap it up here.
I think so, dude. Yeah, I think it's good to close out the 9 to 5 boys. Yeah.
Yeah. So, thank you, viewers, for tuning in for this. We will do this again. Probably not next Thursday, because I think we'll be shortly before then going to the UK.
I think we're not doing this for like 2 weeks, honestly. It seems like our schedule's not gonna be available for that. So we'll see you guys after Thanksgiving. I hope you all enjoy.
Yeah, and we hope you all have a great Thanksgiving. Then we'll do some more episodes leading up to Christmas, so that'll be exciting. So yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. This is the 9 to 5 boys signing out. Ka-chink!